Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be an Adventures with Plastic Crack, and I am showing all of my Sun Sensation Barbie dolls today. So I've got two extra ones, and I'll get to that in a second. I know all of these aren't in focus at the same time because of how my camera is, but we'll get there. So before I zoom in on them, I'll just point them all out. This is Jazzy, Steven, these are both Barbie, Ken, Christy, Kira, and these are both Skipper. And this is the McDonald's figurine. So I still have Barbie's original brush. And I believe this one is Christy's, because she's the one that I got most recently. The cat hair on there. But anyway. And I still have Barbie's lipstick. So I got my Barbie new, and I used to use this lipstick when I was little, so it's kind of fuzzy. It's worn down a little bit. Let me zoom in on that. There. So there's stars on the base, and cap is clear. Doesn't quite smell. It used to have like a real intense smell, but it's now that it's 30 years old, it doesn't quite. So it's like is my hand in focus? Let me move the camera. This is part of the problem is because I can't see it my own self. There we go. It's shimmery. It looks kind of like I just burnt my hand, but it's like a light red with a kick of hot pink in it. And it actually matches what's on the doll. It's just hard to see because the camera doesn't pick up those neon tones, but it's shimmery and it's also kind of glittery as well. It's got a sheen to it. Oh, there it goes. Now I can smell it. It's a little bit like a new plastic smell, but with like a butter kick or something. So 1992 play makeup with stars. Net weight 1.25 grams. Copyright 1991. Mattel Inc. El Segundo, California. So that's what's there. There we go. Stars. I'm gonna probably smear this all over the doll now. I'll move the camera again, which will sort of get a close-up of the brush. So I believe this is Christie's. I think Jazzy had a yellow brush. They usually have different color brushes anyway than Barbie. And the McDonald's figurine, which was appearing in the McDonald's and miniature video, I believe. Or maybe in the Barbie head mold one. Whichever. Anyway, because the doll doesn't come with this wrap here, they just did it because they needed something to have for the base so it wouldn't be too skinny and fall over. So these dolls come with necklaces and they all have earrings. Barbie and Christy and Kira have star dangly earrings, and Jazzy and Skipper, because they're like more youthful, they're not grown, they only have these little small, just the little peg part. And they all have different things. Skipper and Jazzy are younger, so they only have the one pendant. So she has the helm wheel there. Jazzy. And Barbie has an anchor with stars. Kira has a little lifesaver there. And Christy's got this seashell. Skipper has a sailboat. nautical theme. So Sun Sensation line, there should have been, I believe, 4 fashions, and there were probably play sets too. There's with a beach line. There's usually a pool. Sometimes there's like a windsurf thing. Sometimes there's just like a generic beach set. Sometimes there's some kind of a beach vehicle, whether it's like a Jeep thing or this thing they had. They had this thing in the Beach Blast set in 1989 called a Dune Rider, which was more like one of those, like a drag strip kind of car shape. Trying to get this lipstick off my hand so I don't smear it on the dolls. Alright, so let me get this back into focus, because I'm not going to be able to show them all in focus at the same time. Okay, so Jazzy here, she uses the 1979 Kelly head mold from the Star and Friends set. She was also used for Mrs. Hart in the 80s. So Jazzy is Barbie's cousin, and her body, it would be the same that the Kelly doll would have, but it's actually based on the jointed Michael and Melinda Young Sweethearts dolls from 1976. So this body went through a couple of transformations where it became less jointed. So it was also used for Spectra in 1987, Jazzy 1989, and then another offshoot from this same body would have been the Bend and Move Barbie body, but maintained the joints of the earlier version. So she does have a swivel waist. Her legs go out to the side, not just up and down. She has clickable legs, vinyl feet, and her arms are permanently bent, but she does have swivel shoulders and the swivel head. So Jazzy in dark blue. She's not usually shown with the group photos of the dolls on the back of the box, but she did exist. She's just a little harder to find. So here's Steven. So him and Ken have the same outfit. His is just this hot orange, which isn't showing up as much on the camera, with the silver net shirt. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. Sometimes they'll stand on the feet, but they have to be balanced. My table is a little bit off. Okay, there. They're easier to balance when they have shoes on. So here's Steven, the silver and orange. And Ken has this lime green. I think his shorts, yeah, his shorts are a little bit shorter. Ken has lime green and gold. This 1988 version of this face. His hair goes up in a swoop. Christy has this kind of turquoisey teal color blue, like a brighter sky color blue. These are all metallics, and they do tend to fade over time and with wear. So originally with rubber bands in the hair, they get hard and they rot over time. So, and these dolls all have this shimmery golden style makeup. You can see a similar style on the first few Bob Mackie dolls, which are going to be from the same era. If you look at Bob Mackie Gold Barbie 1990 and Neptune and the Starlight Barbie and Mackie Empress Barbie, they all have makeup that's kind of similar to this. Only these dolls are a lot cheaper. So Christy. And the earrings not so much, but these necklaces tend to corrode, and you can see that this has gone sort of tarnished. They tarnish, that's what I meant to say, not that they corrode. They do have slight color streaks in their hair. So here's Kira. You can see the shimmery makeup. This top is not her original top. This is a Hills Sea Pearl Mermaid Barbie top from 1990. I want to say 95. That's probably right. I almost said 97. Her bikini bottoms are her originals, and they're faded. You can see because they don't match her little hair scrunchie anymore. These dolls have a sort of a smooth hair texture, and it can go a little crunchy over time. Part of the issue with these dolls is that their hair gets tangled in their earrings as fast as you can move it away from them, so they tend to get like flyaways and split ends and stuff. Barbie in particular, because she has mylar strands in her hair for extra sparkliness. And the hair doesn't really hold the curl that well. You can see Jazzy's hair factory original from the box. I got her like 15 years ago, and her hair is relaxed. And so whatever hair they use does not hold a curl well. This one, I redid her hair. I trimmed the split ends. I had to cut it a little bit and curled it, and it's come all the way out again. So there's something about this particular hair texture. So this Barbie is slightly orange. I don't remember if she was always like this. This one is manufactured in China, and if I get up close here, you can see that her neck is cracking, and the vinyl is quite stiff. Dolls that were made in China in this era have usually lighter skin tones than dolls manufactured elsewhere. The makeup is usually is higher color, intense, but the plastic tends to go stiff and brittle, and I think that's part of why her neck knob is trying to escape. I might have to epoxy that at some point. Her suit is also faded. It hasn't gone entirely white gold, but it's certainly not as yellowy gold as this replacement hair tie that I stole off of the other doll. So this one I got in November. This is also Barbie. So I stole her hair tie for my original. This one is manufactured in Malaysia, and her head is a little bit darker, less orange of a tan, and her head is still squishy. I don't know if there's that much difference in their face paint. I think this one's a little shimmerier. There's a little bit of a difference. There's like more gold on this one. But most noticeable in the slightly different skin tone and the texture of the vinyl over time. Did I show Kara? Yes, I did. Okay. So the other doll is Skipper. She has the 1987 molds. She has that big anime style head, big eyes, shimmery makeup. Mine is made in Malaysia. There's some that were made, I think some of them were made in China. It just depends. There's a couple different face screenings. Some of them have like thicker eyeshadow or thicker eyelashes or something. I'd have to look at my photos I scabbed off the internet. But there's slight differences when sometimes in batches from the same manufacturing plant, and other times the differences come because of it being in manufacturing plants in different countries. Like sometimes the Philippines and China, sometimes Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, depending on where they were made, there can be slight differences. I think in Korea in the 70s they had Korean dolls too. So her necklace is her original one. It's tarnished. I've got these replacement earrings that I got from another doll. I got this replacement top separately, and these are her original bottoms, and you can see there's a slight color difference, that these are faded. And then the hair tie is a little darker. I kept the spare Skipper that I got for the earrings, and I rerouted her with brunette hair. So this is also Sun Sensation Skipper. She has the same makeup and everything. She no longer has earrings because they're on the other doll now. So I took, I think it's like 3 different colors of brunette hair. They were spare, so there's darker under here, and then there's this kind of a slightly warmer brunette, and then there's this, I don't know if I streaked it on purpose with this other color or I just ran out. I might have streaked it on purpose. But I have her hair cut short and straight like this because I was mimicking a Malibu skipper from the 70s. So what they had is, in the Malibu line, Skipper was on the original body, but she had blonde hair and bangs, and her little swimsuit, which was usually orange, I think. And then, I want to say in like 74 maybe, or no, maybe it was 72. In Japan they had these like Sun Malibu, Francie, and Skipper that had dark hair. And Francie had the original Francie face, because the Malibu Francie usually had blonde hair with the Casey face. And this is Francie's swimsuit that I bought, so it's vintage 1971 to 77. And it's got this bend in it from having her tied into the case, the doll case, and I stitched it because it's a little big on her, just to hold it on her. But the Japanese ones, the Sun dolls with the brown hair, and they also had brown eyes, were in pink suits that were either similar or the same as this. So I did a combo Skipper here. I call her Sun Sensation. So I just took the exact same as this one and turned her into a brunette and gave her this Francie suit. So she's part of my Sun Sensation collection. Look at it. There. So I've got these extra dolls. This Malaysian doll that came with the big box of stuff I was given in November last year, I'm going to keep her essentially looking like this, with her earrings and her little gold thing and whatever. And this dress was in the other stuff, so she's going to hang out with some of the other dolls, but it sort of matches her, so I don't really feel the need to put her in another outfit. Plus these boots, probably not Mattel boots, but they gave her, she ends up with an outfit that goes with her original ensemble, so I don't need to have another doll in this gold swimsuit. So that's it. That's a review of the Sun Sensation dolls. I'm just getting in on Jazzy again because she's not off in the scene. Oh, come on. So I talked about their hair not holding a curl. Talked about their hair getting caught, their jewelry, the suits. I think that's it. Just going again. Alright, so if you'd like to see more adventures with plastic crack, or fund further things to open and look at, wait Steven to hold this for me. There we go. I can get this in focus. There we go. You can always donate, energy exchange, tip jar, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I also have things for sale if you'd like to have product for money exchange, coloring books, dark poetry, merch, prints, actual art items. I've got a couple of doll spare parts for sale at Etsy, and I am usually sticking them in my little like advertisement space between the intro and the video when I upload these. So you should have seen those already. So everything here is through the link tree, linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. I do tarot videos as well. I offer tarot readings for sale, so that list is going to be in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.